When you're going through a tough time spiritually, then this is for you. In this video, I want to present and explain and share how singing, especially singing mantras or words of truth that are resonating with you, can help you through a spiritual emergency, what might be known as a psycho-spiritual crisis or a dark night of the soul, or symptoms of Kundalini energy awakening. And the reason why I want to share this is because I have been in that situation myself. 2023, I've had my first spiritual emergency caused by 5-MeO DMT breakthrough experiences. I wasn't returning to an ordinary state of consciousness for 3 to 4 months. And everything I've learned by going through that spiritual emergency, through that crisis, I have put into a workbook, into a book about how to navigate and move through difficult times spiritually. If you're curious, there's a link in the video description to that book, where there's also many other techniques and things I've tried throughout that time, and mindset shifts that I've kind of taken on that brought me through this crisis. So I poured my heart and soul into it. It's 100 pages long, beautiful book if you're curious to go a bit deeper. But one of the things I have noticed as I was going out and trying every single thing in that desperate state of spiritual crisis and loss and emptiness and terror almost, was that singing was one of the only and one of the most powerful and resonant things to help me through, to help carry me across that ocean of suffering that I was going through. I remember when I was desperate, I was trying so many things, and nothing was really clicking, like acupuncture, and I've tried this and I've tried that. And then I went out to a singing circle, and I was in this highly open and sensitive state. And as we just started to sing some songs, some rainbow songs, some mantras, I was just starting to cry. Just tears were flowing out, but it were tears of joy, because I was recognizing a truth in what was being sung, and it opened my heart to the beauty and the joy for the first time after days and weeks and months. And I've been recognizing that then again as I was singing more and studying more about these mantras, that these mantras have carried me through, have anchored me and protected me in that open, sensitive state of spiritual crisis. And at the end of the video, I also want to share 3 powerful mantras that are my favorite, that have helped me to carry me through. But one example, for example, I was going to this Kundalini energy Sikhism, kirtan kind of event, and we were chanting words from the Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji, the Japji Sahib from Sikhism. For example, here's one example. We were singing Ek Onkar Sat Guru Prasad, Sat Guru Prasad. 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 Ek Onkar. Which means there is only one creator, one God of the entire creation, and everything is happening by the grace of that one. Everything is a blessing of that creator. And when I was in this desperate state, this dark place in my life spiritually, that recognition that is happening out of the grace of God was just breaking my heart wide open. So why are mantras so powerful? So there's 2 different sides to this, or actually many different sides. From the vibrational cleansing to kind of like the power of focused attention to the actual physical implications of the rhythms of breathing that we are going through when we're chanting, and the energetic alignment from this super highly charged from these super highly charged words. Because I've recognized with the mantras themselves that there is a power in the words that are being chanted. It's not just meaningless words, but for example, with the Gayatri mantra, which is one of the oldest ones we know in Sanskrit, the Umbur Bhuba Svaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Na Prachodayat. This has been chanted for millennia, you know, by many different people, and it's still being charged and chanted. And by that, many people chanting it and recognizing these words of truth and really feeling that and feeding that, there is a vibrational frequency that's attuned with that mantra, with these words that are being sung. And when we sing these, we tap into that vibrational frequency of this mantra. The same goes for different deities. When we chant to Kali, when we chant to Krishna or to Shiva, and these different kind of like Hindu deities, there is a certain vibrational frequency that is charged with these mantras. And to tap into these can be quite powerful in the state of spiritual emergency, in the state of a spiritual crisis. And it can lead to emotional releases and integration. So where to begin or where to go with this? And there's not just the Hindu kind of like mantras, right? We can go to the Buddhist ones. As I said, with the Sikhism, they resonated with me. And it's about really finding some that work for you. With these, there's a humongous charge as well. But also what can work, I have found, is just chanting words that resonate with you. So for example, there's a mantra, which is not a traditional mantra in the sense of all these traditions, but it's just an English kind of like phrase that I like, which is, I am forever remembering that everything is here to teach me how to love, how to love. I am forever remembering that everything is here to teach me how to... This doesn't work. How to love, right? So to sing and chant that, there is a directiveness of awareness that goes into these words, and these words can be recognized as true in the state of sensitivity and spiritual emergency that we find ourselves in. So, and through that we kind of like cleanse our being and we anchor in these words. So powerful technique, just wanted to share that. Another favorite one of mine is a Buddhist mantra. It's called Gate Gate Parasam Gate Bodhi Swaha, which means go even further, go even beyond until you've reached your Buddha nature. So it carries this meaning of not stopping, you know, just when you're going through this ocean of suffering, there is an end point, there is the other shore, and these mantras can carry you across that ocean and help to guide you and ground you in that experience of spiritual emergency. And even as I've been experiencing it, open you up to the great revelation of the bliss, of the great realization that the other shore is actually right here, right now. You are already that. You are already there. See, and it goes into infinite complexity. Prayers of protection, prayers of power, prayer of grounding, everything. There's so much to explore in these fields of mantra and of chanting, and the technology of sound and of singing is such a powerful modality, especially when you're going through a rough time spiritually. So that's about it. Let me know in the comments down below how you're feeling right now spiritually, where you're at, like what's a phase that you're going through right now. And as I said, if you're finding yourself in a very tough spot spiritually, try out the chanting and check out the book about spiritual emergency, where there's many dozens and dozens of techniques and other kind of like mindset shifts that you can take on that helped me to cross that ocean of the spiritual emergency and actually emerge into something that is blossoming, you know, the lotus flower of the heart, which is absolutely magnificent, because that is what is happening in such an intense spiritual state, even though it might feel desperate, hopeless, very dark. So yeah, enjoy that process of unfoldment, and I'll see you in the next one. Blessings.